It's time to review Durarara. Durarara is a 26 episode anime series that was licensed by Aniplex. It aired from January the 2nd to June the 24th, and this was of course in the year 2010. It has both a light novel series and a manga. Its genres are drama, suspense, mystery, romance, crime, supernatural, and it aired on Adult Swim. I don't know if it's still airing, but at some point it was on Adult Swim, so if it's still on, check it out. Durarara's story is very weird, as it throws a bunch of characters at the viewers, giving very little information about each one of them. But just like a pieces to a chess puzzle, it then develops each one of these characters, making them more fleshed out, and somehow each one of these characters are connected to each other. I can't really say Durarara has one prominent main character, as the show tends to switch its focus and attention a lot. But we start off with Mikado Ryugamane, a high school student that travels to Ikebukuro, an urban city in Japan. He then meets his friend Masaomi Kida and a girl he fancies, Omri. With colour gangs like the Dollars lurking around and a headless rider on the loose, these characters then discover that there's more to Ikebukuro than meets the eye. Directed and animated by, pardon me for butchering his name, Ikehiro Omori, the same guy that brought us Bakuno. I must say, the animation is amazing. I never saw an episode with bad or mediocre animation. The character designs were on point, and I really liked the way they varied. Makoto Yukimori, the guy who did the musical scores, amazing job with this soundtrack. They're really unique OSTs in the Durarara soundtrack. It really is, it just strays away from the norm. You'll find things that are of a really peculiar taste, but I really do enjoy the soundtrack. Just really weird and out there. I loved both Opening 1 and Opening 2 because both of them had great animation and really catchy songs. They also highlighted each one of these characters, showing you glimpses of what you can see in the future, because before you actually see some of these characters, they'll be in the opening, so you're wondering, what does that character do there? What is that character going to do? And as I said, pieces of the puzzle are suddenly coming together, so you should notice and look out for things in the opening. I think a lot of us will agree, Ending 1 is amazing. I know Juratango and Sam and Game Manic or Insane Game Freak all like that ending. Japanese rap at his best, I really loved it. But Ending 2 to me was very meh. But overall, the presentation for Durarara was just exceptional. In terms of the characters, I'm only going to name 6 of them out of the many characters in this list, because Durarara is one of those series, if I tell you in depth about one of the characters, it could spoil like 3 other characters for you. So I'm going to tell you about 6 of the characters, but it's going to be really brief and not too much information, so expect them to be one sentence analysis for each one of these characters. First off, Makoto Ryugamane, a boring high school student which I lack any interest in until the major plot of the plot twist of the series, where we find out something about him, and that's when his character becomes really intriguing, but near to the end it fizzles out again. Then we have Masaomi Kida, probably my joint favourite character in the series. He's a childhood friend to Mikado. He's a tragic romantic with a really hidden dark secret. Then we have Omri. Omri I don't really like, but she's a shy high school student who starts to get close to Masaomi and Mikado. Oh my god, shippers are gonna say, I want my Omri Mikado parents, I want my Masaomi. I hate shippers. She's a bad character, no one should go out with her, she should die in a ditch, and I didn't like her plot twist. I just don't like this character. She's a failed version of Hinata. Then we have Celti, the mysterious headless rider who's on a quest for her head. Thumbs up, I really do like this character. Then we have Izaya, a character who enjoys manipulating people like chess puppets, like chess pieces, and like using them as puppets. I mean, Isaiah, I really like this guy because he does a great job manipulating each one of these characters, and he's a real troll. And at the end of the series and at the end of the day, you're just gonna be, when you finish Durarara, you're gonna be saying Isaiah. Then we have Shizuo Himejima. This guy is is my other joint favourite character. He's a man that hates violence but continually gets shrouded with it. And Shizuo is just an awesome character because this isn't really a spoiler, but he's got, you see in his flashback why he has this hideously grotesque strength. He's just this muscle man, and his backstory is really touching, but it's just funny seeing the way he has to deal with his violence, even though he doesn't like it. And that's just the funny part of his character. And at the end of the day, you always see him say, Isaiah! So this is Jay's Thoughts, the part of the review where I tend to ramble, so be prepared. Overall, Durarara is a great series, and just, guys, come on, take a break from that anime behind me right there. Take a break from this one. Take a break from this. Actually, go read this because I need more people. More people need to read and watch this, but just take a break from the big ones. You know what I'm talking about, the action shonens, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach. I'll give you the hair for this channel and that for those things, and just try something different. I think this is the thing I want to say to anime fans that are watching this channel, and just in general, expand your horizons. Like, maybe you're into just the big three, okay, fair enough. Maybe you're just into, if you're just into the big three, maybe you should check out some of the older shonens, older action shonens, and you may enjoy them. And maybe if you're just into shonen in general and you've seen the old ones and new ones, I think you should branch out. Maybe try Durarara, because Durarara is a shonen as well, but it's very different. It has a drama, suspense, it's got a lot of crime-related things to it. Durarara has a lot going for it. The presentation is amazing, with the musical score. It's very unique and very different, really putting you into the mood of the show. I mean, even though it isn't without flaw, because it has some flaws, like the fact that some people thought it focused on the wrong characters, because the characters that it focuses on are Masao Mikida, which I think is a good character, and that's one out of the three I do think deserve that attention. Omri and Mikado, Omri being annoying and Mikado being kind of boring to a plot twist later on, but I still think it's still worth watching because these characters do get developed, and you can still say they're decent characters at the end of the day, even though some people wanted them to focus on Shizuo, Celti, and Isaiah, that troll. But it still does work out, and it still is pretty damn good. I really just did enjoy it, and I do think you guys should actually give it a chance. Even though the ending, I will say that the ending, to me, the ending could be hit or miss for people, because there was such a big build up in Durarara and there's a whole lot of things going on, but to me it felt like the ending was a bit too simple. And some people might like the fact that the ending is simple, because I don't want to get into spoilers, but the simple ending, I can see why it works, and I can see why some people loved it, but at the same time I can see why some people like me didn't exactly love it and were like, meh ending. But still, the journey to get to that ending is really amazing, and a whole load of things. It really makes you think. And I know, like, some people might find the first 1 or 2 episodes a bit meh, so give it 3, maybe 4 episodes, because I know the start is rather jarring. Because I'll throw in One Piece into this situation, and just so you have something to work in. You know, with One Piece, you start off with Monkey D. Luffy, King of the Pirates, and then you meet Zoro, Nami, yeah, actually Zoro badass, I should say that, and Usopp, yeah, he's cool, and Sanji. You meet all of these great characters, but this is different as it throws in all of these characters, so you might find it a little bit jarring, but once you get into the meat of the show, you start to realize things and how these characters are linked, and it really is stimulating as well. Rather than the more basic format of I find you, and all of that stuff. But not bashing on the way other shows do it with the way they introduce characters, because that's the more traditional way and the way that works and is more easier. But this, as I said, is doing, Durarara does a lot of different things, and you know, try out something different. I've been saying it a lot, Durarara different, D for different. So yeah, what can I say, I really did enjoy Durarara. All in all, I give Durarara a B+, and the reason why it wasn't an A- or any higher anyway was because the fact that, like I explained with the ending of the anime, it, to me, it was sort of a missed ending. That's one of the reasons. And honestly, I could have done with less attention, a little bit less attention on Makato and Omri, because I didn't like them as much. Even though I would say like they're decent / good characters, I didn't like them per se. I would have liked to see some more moments with other characters, but because like there's one episode with Shizuo that, I mean, that episode was amazing, and I wanted, even though Shizuo got a really good amount of spotlight, I don't know, what can I say, I just really like that character. It's one of those situations, but I mean, it's a good show. It's a good anime for you guys to check out. Very different, very just a lot of great things to it. What can I say? Crime, suspense, mystery, all of that stuff. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it if you give it a chance. Anyway, this has been J-Man's Options on the J-Zone. Live and learn, good luck and God bless. And, what? Wait. What happened? He stole the cookies? Really? Who stole the cookies again? It was him? Isaiah!